Alright guys, how you doing? It's Rabea, hope you're all well. I'm at John Henry's in London. The reason that I'm here with these guys is because we got contacted maybe, I don't know, like a month ago by a company that were working on behalf of another company that happened to be probably the biggest engineering group in Scandinavia called Sandvik. And they specialize in manufacturing solutions, digital printing, manufacturing solutions, metalworks, all the way up to like big machines, mining equipment. These guys are serious titans in that world. The reason I'm telling you all that is because they're also incredibly well versed in engineering anything. So they decided that they'd team up with Yngwie Malmsteen, who we all know and love because he's an amazing neoclassical shred maniac. And they're basically decided to design a guitar for him out of metal. I don't know too much about it, but what I do know is that the body is made from titanium composite, which was digitally printed, and then there is a really special construction to the neck. It's completely made from stainless steel. It's an intensely scalloped fretboard for Yngwie's preference. Basically, we're here to meet the guys from Sandvik, interview them, and try this guitar.
So. And also for me to give them a tutorial on how to wrap a cable. What you do is you get a cable in this hand, hold it really tightly. I was shown this by Dave Hollingworth. And then you wrap it around your elbow and over your thumb. Around the elbow over the thumb, like that. And so you've got the whole cable, like that. And then it's perfectly wrapped.
So yes, that is the purpose of today. In any case, I hope you enjoy this video.
Even if you go long, you go like 3.5 minutes. You don't really want to go above that. So within that, you have to have the production of the guitar, you have to have the backstory, you have to have the artist, you have to have the concert, you have to have the breaking, you have to have the failure of the breaking.
So it all has to be storyboarded, sort of felt out. What is the specialty of all of the skill sets that are contained within the company?
Specialty.
Would you say it's high-end engineering?
Absolutely high-end engineering. We put a lot of really a lot of effort into R&D. So there's like a 4% of our gross turnover goes straight into R&D, which is massive. It's a huge amount of money.
Like the briefcase and then I pull the guitar out and look at the camera. That's the shot I'm seeing.
A few minutes of getting the shot dialed in and just need to check levels and we're good to go.
Okay.
We're on set, minutes away from seeing this work of art. So just waiting for Ben to come back and then we're going to start filming. So going to change a bit, it's going to get a bit more formal, a bit more interviewy, but you know, that's why we're here, doing cool stuff. Very happy to be here, very humbled to be here, very happy to be invited to see this. So yeah, really hope you enjoy this as much as I'm about to. All right, I'm here with Phil Etheridge from Sandvik. How are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you, Rabea.
You good?
Yeah.
Awesome. I'm really excited to see this guitar. And so I know you've just had an interview with Rob, and Rob obviously is owner of Chapman Guitars, guitar manufacturer and all that kind of thing. So I would have imagined he'd come at it from more of a manufacturing standpoint, but we're both guitar players, but I am just a guitar player. So I'm curious to know, I've got a couple of questions, and I think the first one for me would really be, you know, you designed this guitar for Yngwie.
Yeah.
And I believe that he's a very specific kind of guitar player. So he had the scalloped fretboard and all that kind of stuff. But how much of that actually carried over to just the general design of the guitar in terms of, you know, coming up with a guitar that was playable for anybody to just play? Was that part of the concept for the design?
Yeah, I mean, we had to think in practical terms as well, sort of what's possible for us to manufacture in the way that we want to manufacture it, like machining the neck from one piece of solid recycled steel, for example, and then The body was a real big challenge as well. To 3D print it using titanium powder was kind of a tough challenge, not least because of the size.
Right.
So the size and the shape of it. So we were looking at fenders, and in the end, that was too complex because of the contours on the back and the front and stuff. It was kind of difficult. So having that sort of flat Gibson shape was more practical. It's a little bit smaller than a Gibson guitar, than a standard Gibson body.
So I found out a little bit about what you guys do, and I know that when it came to sort of coming up with the design, you actually did it digitally to minimize, I suppose, wastage and having to do many iterations of it before actually getting it to a point where you were like, this is the one.
Yeah, well, the 3D printing is a digital technology anyway.
Yeah.
So we had to have a CAD drawing, or a CAD drawing. We had Andy Holt from Drummer Guitars who did that for us, and he was very, very good, very easy to work with. And he came up with that design, this sort of lattice work inside, which kept the weight down on the body. That was also important. And also we've used like what we call an isotropic lightweight structure inside the hollowed out neck, which is a unique structure, and for its weight is the strongest structure ever manufactured. So that's something really unique, and this is something that we wanted to also incorporate in the design to make the neck as strong as it possibly could be, and also demonstrate what we're capable of doing.
I suppose I looked at the guitar online from what I could see and watching some of the stuff you did with Yngwie, and I kind of narrowed it down to three main parts. You've got the isotropic lightweight structure.
Yeah, which you can't see.
Which is internal. And then you've got the main titanium body, but then there's the hub, which is is that part of the isotropic lightweight structure, the neck, is that all one unit?
Yeah, the neck, the head, the neck, and the hub, it's all machined from one piece of steel. Yeah,
it's crazy. Stainless steel, isn't it? The fretboard as well.
Yeah, that was the fretboard was machined separately and welded onto the neck after we put this ILS structure inside.
I just can't imagine, particularly because, you know, you're an engineering group. It's not like you've made a guitar before.
Never.
So it's that, you know, whose idea was it? Whose crazy idea was it to go, let's make a guitar that's going to be playable for one of, you know, the guitar world's most famous guitar players, that's actually going to go, this is great. B, sound good, and C, you know, actually be a usable guitar.
That was a major challenge. All of it was a challenge.
Yeah.
And to make it playable at the end and sound good was difficult. But we actually got a lot of help from Yngwie as well, because he was like pointing us in a specific direction. So we had a direction to go in. So okay, well then we do it this way. You know, we didn't have to flannel around and think about it. We had a direction to take, so that was actually quite helpful.
One of my other big questions was the Smashproof concept.
It was like a finished concept right from the start, because the very first discussion that I sat in on was with the bureau that we worked with on this. They had like pictures of Pete Townsend.
Right.
But they didn't have pictures of Yngwie, but they had pictures of Pete Townsend, and there was Matt Bellamy from Muse and people like that. Paul Stanley from Kiss.
Hendrix, I guess, had his fair share of smashes.
Actually, Hendrix was in there, yeah.
Yeah.
So there was that was more or less the concept of it. So there was there was no discussion about who at that point. It was just the idea, you know. Yeah. So. Yeah, and everybody bought into that idea, you know, which was what was so fascinating about it. The whole project was that every step up the ladder to the CEO bought into the concept. You know, when we decided to make a metal guitar, then it was it's going to be strong, and we used titanium because for the weight it's the strongest material as well. So it was not such a long step to take to get there. You know, okay, but Smashproof, you know, we've got this idea of people have been smashing up guitars since the 60s, so it's not something new.
Yeah, no, I suppose.
But then, okay, Smashproof, yeah, why not? It's a fun idea. I mean, that was really one of the principal ideas, was that we have to do it. We have to make it fun. It's got to be entertaining, and we get somebody that can really play, and do something fun with it.
I know. So I asked you earlier as well. Like, you did prototypes, right? You had 2 previous prototypes of this. Did they last when you tried to break them?
The first 2 guitars, they were welded in one string, all the way down one side and all the way down the other. But when they did that, the heat became so intensive in the neck that there was all this tension building up, or torsion building up in the neck, that it bent very slightly.
Yeah.
So the first time I picked up one of those first 2 guitars, the strings were about a centimetre from the neck. You know? It was like a banana.
Yeah.
But you can imagine that. Okay, so what do? You don't have a truss rod in this, so to make that straight was a major. That was also a major operation to straighten that, and it is straight now.
Right.
And they both, all 3 of them, are playable. But this one, the one we've called the Hero guitar, is the best of the 3.
Fair play. Well, to be honest, I have to see this guitar. I really want to see this guitar.
Thank you.
It's heavy.
Heavy-ish.
Can I smell it?
It's heavy metal. Yeah, do go ahead.
It smells metallic. Oh, okay, I can see what you're saying about the welding here.
Yeah.
It's in tune. Did you tune it? Yeah. Oh, you tuned it. Okay.
Come on. Be honest now. It was actually quite in tune when you picked it up. Yeah. I tuned it in the taxi.
It was in tune.
Okay, so you were talking about weight reduction earlier, and I'm assuming this is what you were referring to.
Yeah. I mean, this has all been machined out after the fact, actually, when the guitar was basically finished. So we had to mill out a little bit more to even up the balance.
I mean, it's a sight to behold, to be honest. I'm loving this. It's almost like
honeycomb.
Yeah. Really impressive.
And this part, this is something. This is our own design.
I was going to say. So you created this bridge yourself?
Yeah,
this tailpiece.
There's one of the guys at the AM Centre that did that.
You obviously got the Yngwie signature set in there.
Sure. That was also a wish.
So the isotropic lightweight structure in the neck, is that was that a weight saving thing? Was that a sturdiness thing?
Both.
Okay.
So what they've done is they've milled out the inside of the neck. So the inside of the neck is about 1 millimetre thick.
Right. Okay.
Of the neck itself here, and then inside that, after they put it in, and then they welded it on the fretboard. But the structure inside is extremely rigid, and that contributes to the strength.
I've never really played scallop fretboards.
No?
It's very alien to me, but
it's a strange feeling.
It feels good though. And actually, the action's good. Did you adjust the action?
No.
You didn't. This is good for me.
Okay.
I could sit here and just hold it and look at it all day and actually gain mass on my biceps. But I think what's probably best to do is plug it in and have a listen, because I'm really, really interested to hear what this thing sounds like. I mean, and to be fair, it's quite acoustically resonant. So let's plug it in.
Okay.
Thank you for taking the time to talk to me. I appreciate it. Cool, there we go. And there is a look at the Sandvik Hero guitar. It's been a really interesting day getting to come down, talk to the guys and actually play this guitar, and having seen everything on the promotional video with Yngwie and that kind of thing. I was really curious to see what it would be like, and even so a little bit skeptical, but then actually holding it and having a go and playing it, it's genuinely awesome. So apparently this guitar is going to be auctioned off and all the proceedings are going to a charity as well, so I'll find out about the links. And also you should just go and check out the video with Yngwie. I'll put a link in the description box below. But thank you to Sandvik for having me, showing me this guitar, and yeah, thank you for watching. See you guys later.